How's it going? We're just gonna go over kind of what happened this week and what's kind of coming up for the next week. What I'll do is I'll kind of break it down by platform just to make it a little bit easier for everybody. So we'll just get started here. We have a couple new features right now within Quickbase, specifically pipelines. They're really mostly around making sure that your pipeline building experience is better. Pipelines now have an error handling step so that when something goes wrong, you can actually handle it properly rather than just having the owner get emailed an error. You also have the ability to run a preview of what that run would look like. So you can build out your pipeline. You can then attempt to run it in like a preview session. With that preview session, you can then fine tune what might need to be changed. And then the last that we have for Quickbase right now, which I find to be very important, is the ability to export your activity log. And then for the content side for Quickbase, we're currently working on a video or two going over the basics of how to interact with Quickbase and how to create it's essentially going to be like creating records, viewing records, editing records, as well as a little bit more of the kind of the beginner friendly interacting with Quickbase. So for people that maybe aren't all familiar, it's kind of a good first step on getting started. All right, and for FastField, we actually have a couple of new features that are out right now, or features that are now being more widely open to all plans. We have the ability to, or like the support lock features, we actually are opening up to all the accounts, and then sub accounts will now have the same settings as the original account that it was made off of. What's nice about that last part is it will allow for a little bit of an easier time setting up, so there'll be less manual settings that will need to be set. And then on top of the new features in FastField, there's also a couple of different fixes. Those fixes are set to address linking. There are some places where you're being linked to a kind of a dead location, and those are also set to be fixed at this time. And for FastField's content, we actually have a video currently being worked on right now that's set to show off the AI form builder that is currently being worked on. So we'll hopefully have that out very soon for everybody. So be on the lookout for when that drops here in a little bit. This week for Pave, we have a couple of different features that have been worked on by our product team. They're mostly set to be things that will be kind of coming out in the next couple weeks, but we've had a lot of good strides for them this week. They would definitely be our simplified UI. So we'll definitely have some videos coming out probably next week showing off the new UI that we have and showing off how cool it is. And then we also have had a lot of really good progress for our workflows. So if you're working or looking forward to those, just know that we're definitely full steam ahead for those. We'll definitely try to see if we can get some early insight content on those as well this coming week, just so that we can kind of show you what we have building so far. And we'll hopefully have them, from my understanding, we heard the other day, we're hoping to have it be pushed up a little bit. So that is awesome. I know last week I mentioned, if you saw the other one last week, we mentioned that there is the API access was set to be released this week. Unfortunately, that actually got pushed back a little bit. So we won't really be having a video about. Also, one last thing for the Pave content this week, we are currently working on a video for the themes. So please keep an eye out for that, as that should be coming out in maybe the end of the day today. If not, it'll be at the start of next week. But have a great week or a great weekend. We'll have many more quips coming in the coming week, so stay tuned. Thank you.